Have you ever felt like life is a whirlwind of chaos and uncertainties, where so much seems out of your control? Have you ever wished for a way to navigate the storms with serenity, strength, and clarity? Stoicism, a philosophy born more than 2,000 years ago, offers a set of practical principles that can transform how we live and face daily challenges. More than just theory, it's a philosophy of action that teaches us to focus on what truly matters, to accept what cannot be changed, and to find strength in unexpected places. Today, I present to you the 20 Stoic laws, each a powerful lesson that can be directly applied to your life. These laws are more than words. They are tools to help you achieve resilience, inner peace, and a clearer sense of purpose. Get ready, because what you'll learn here might just change your life forever. Control what you can control. 1. Of the most important lessons of Stoicism is simple yet transformative. Focus only on what is within your control. How many times have you wasted energy trying to change other people's behavior, fix injustices, or anticipate future problems? Epictetus reminds us that freedom begins when we distinguish between what we can and cannot control. You cannot change traffic, but you can decide how to react to it. You cannot stop someone from criticizing you, but you can choose whether that criticism will affect you. When you focus on what is within your power, your actions, your choices, and your perspective, you discover a freedom no one can take away from you. This is where true freedom begins. Accept what cannot be changed. Resistance to the inevitable is one of the greatest sources of human suffering. We fight against circumstances, complain about what has already happened, or fear what may come, forgetting that some things simply cannot be changed. Seneca said, "If you accept adversity in your mind, it loses its power over you." This doesn't mean being passive or resigned, but rather finding peace in accepting reality as it is. From this acceptance, you can act with greater clarity and purpose. When you stop fighting against the uncontrollable, you discover a serenity that completely transforms your perspective on life. The present is all you have. Seneca reminds us that most people live as if they have unlimited time, wasting the present by worrying about the past or fearing the future. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the only moment that truly exists, the now. Think about how often you've missed out on a special moment because you were distracted by thoughts of the past or plans for the future. Life happens in the present. When you learn to be fully present, you begin to see the richness in every moment, even in the smallest details. This is the true power of living in the now. Your thoughts shape your reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." Too often we let negative thoughts take over, creating a distorted view of reality. But Stoicism teaches us that we are responsible for how we interpret the world. When a problem arises, you can see it as a tragedy or as an opportunity. The choice is yours. Cultivating positive and rational thoughts is not about ignoring problems, but facing them with a clear mind and a perspective that empowers rather than weakens you. Remember, your mind is your greatest tool. Use it wisely. 5. The obstacle is the way. Epictetus said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." This simple yet profound phrase teaches us that challenges are not barriers but disguised opportunities. Think about a difficult moment you faced in the past. Perhaps it was a loss, a failure, or a major setback. At the time it seemed insurmountable, but now, looking back, you realize how much stronger, wiser, and more resilient it made you. Stoicism invites us to see obstacles as teachers, not as enemies. It is through challenges that we grow and transform. 6. Live with purpose. Life without a clear purpose is like sailing without a destination. Stoicism teaches us to reflect on what truly matters to us and to align our actions with our values. Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop wondering what a good man is. Be one. Identify what is essential to you and eliminate what is unnecessary. When we live with purpose, each day becomes an opportunity to do something meaningful, to contribute to something greater than ourselves." Death is a counselor. The Stoics often meditated on death, not as something morbid, but as a powerful reminder of life's brevity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You may leave life at any moment. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." The awareness of mortality helps us focus on what truly matters, value our time, and live with greater intensity. Knowing that our existence is limited is not a cause for fear, but an invitation to make the most of every moment. Self-mastery is true strength. In Stoicism, the greatest strength is not mastering the external world, but mastering oneself. Seneca said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This means learning to control your reactions, impulses, and desires. How often do we let anger, fear, or anxiety take control, only to regret it later? Self-mastery isn't about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them and choosing consciously how to act. Imagine the freedom of being able to face any situation with calm and clarity, without being a slave to circumstances or your own impulses. That is the true strength the Stoics cultivated. True wealth lies in simplicity. We live in an age that encourages us to seek more money, more status, more possessions. But the Stoics remind us that true wealth is not in accumulating things, but in appreciating what we already have. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Simplicity frees us from the burden of endless desires and helps us find satisfaction in life's simple pleasures. Imagine living without the constant anxiety of wanting more, without being dominated by comparison or consumerism. This doesn't mean giving up everything, but rather valuing what is enough. When you embrace simplicity, you realize you already have everything you need to be happy. 10. Adversity reveals who you are. Epictetus said, "Circumstances do not make the man, they reveal him." When we face challenges, our true character is put to the test. It's easy to be calm and confident when everything is going well, but it's in adversity that we show who we really are. Instead of fearing challenges, Stoicism teaches us to see them as opportunities to strengthen our character. Think of a difficult moment you've overcome. That's when you discovered your courage, resilience, and determination. Every obstacle is a chance to grow and get closer to the best version of yourself. Gratitude is a shield against despair. Gratitude is a fundamental practice in Stoicism. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for. Seneca encourages us to begin each day by reflecting on the blessings we have, big or small. Gratitude shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is present, cultivating a sense of abundance and satisfaction. When you practice gratitude, your perspective changes. Challenges don't disappear, but you gain the strength to face them. Gratitude is a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is light around us. By focusing on what we have instead of what we lack, we build resilience and find joy in simplicity. Anger is a poison. The Stoics warned about the dangers of anger. Seneca wrote an entire treatise on the subject, stating, "Anger is like a storm that destroys everything in its path." When we allow anger to dominate us, we lose clarity, reason, and often make decisions we regret. Stoicism teaches us to recognize anger, not suppress it, but also not act impulsively under its influence. Imagine being able to pause and reflect before reacting. That ability transforms anger from a destructive force into a tool for understanding and growth. By mastering anger, we regain control over our actions and find constructive ways to address conflicts. This mindset might seem distant, but it's incredibly practical. It starts with small choices in your daily life. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, let it go. If it is, take action. When a negative thought arises, ask, is this useful? If it's not, let it pass. When a challenge appears, ask, what can I learn from this? These simple questions have the power to completely change how you live. And do you know what's most amazing? You don't have to be perfect. Stoicism doesn't demand perfection, but practice. It doesn't expect you to never fail, but to keep trying. Each choice, each moment of reflection brings you closer to a fuller, more meaningful life. The Stoics understood that emotions are a natural part of life, but they taught us not to be ruled by them. Think about the times when fear, anger, or sadness have taken over you. These emotions are like waves. They come, they crash, and they pass. The secret lies in not clinging to them. Imagine facing a difficult situation with the calm of someone who knows this too shall pass. This is the strength of Stoicism. It's not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them, accepting them, and deciding what to do next. It's about being in control, even when the world around you seems out of control. That's true freedom. You might be thinking, is this really possible? The answer is yes. It's not easy, but it is possible. Thousands of people throughout history have applied Stoicism to their lives, from emperors like Marcus Aurelius to ordinary individuals like you and me. What did these people have in common? The courage to look inward, to question their reactions, and to choose a different way of living. And what's most inspiring is that you can do this too. No matter where you are or what your challenges are, Stoic principles are within your reach, and they have the power to transform your life. Stoicism is a philosophy of action, not just contemplation. It's an invitation to live with more purpose, more strength, and more serenity. Think about this. What can you do today to apply these principles to your life? Maybe it's letting go of something you can't control. Maybe it's finding gratitude in the present moment. Maybe it's facing a challenge as an opportunity. Whatever it is, start, because the power is in your hands. And Stoicism is here to remind you of that. It's a journey, but every step is worth it. And I hope that by the end of this video, you're ready to take that first step. Because in the end, life is about this, choosing to live with courage, with wisdom, with purpose. And you can start now. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity. You don't need to memorize complex theories or follow elaborate rituals. All you need is the willingness to look within, to question, and to choose. It's a daily practice, a commitment to yourself. And each small choice, each small step, brings you closer to a life with more meaning, more balance, more purpose. It doesn't matter where you are now, Stoicism can be the beginning of a new way of living, a way that frees you from the chains of fear, doubt, and worry. It's not about escaping life, but embracing it fully, with all its imperfections and uncertainties. Because it's through those imperfections and uncertainties that we grow. It's where we find our strength. Stoicism reminds us that life isn't about avoiding the storm, but learning how to navigate it with courage and wisdom. Imagine for a moment what your life could look like if you embraced these principles. Picture yourself letting go of what you can't control, freeing up your energy to focus on what truly matters. Imagine being fully present, savoring every moment without being haunted by the past or consumed by the future. Envision yourself facing challenges, not with fear or hesitation, but with the confidence that you can overcome them and emerge stronger. This isn't just an idea, it's a possibility, a way of life that has been tested and proven by some of the greatest minds in history, and it's available to you right now. All it takes is a willingness to start, to take the first step, and to trust in the process. Because change doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with a single decision. The power of Stoicism lies in its universality. It's not reserved for philosophers or intellectuals. It's for anyone who wants to live a better life, regardless of their background or circumstances. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor. Epictetus was a slave. Seneca was a statesman. Despite their vastly different lives, they all found solace and strength in the same principles. And so can you. Stoicism teaches us that external circumstances don't define us. It's our internal responses that shape our lives. It's not about where you come from or what you have. It's about who you choose to become. And that choice is always within your power. No one can take that away from you. It's a reminder that no matter what happens, you are not powerless. You are in control of your mind, your actions, and your attitude. As you continue on this journey, remember that Stoicism is not a destination, but a practice. It's something you cultivate every day, with every decision you make. There will be moments when you falter, times when the challenges seem too great. But those are the moments when Stoicism shines the brightest. It's in the struggle that we grow. It's in the face of adversity that we discover our true strength. The Stoics knew this, and they embraced it. They didn't seek a life free of pain or hardship. They sought a life of purpose, a life well lived. And that's what Stoicism offers, a path to a life of meaning, resilience, and peace. It's not an easy path, but it's one worth walking. So, as we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with a challenge. Take one principle from Stoicism and apply it to your life today. Maybe it's the idea of focusing only on what you can control. Maybe it's living fully in the present moment. Or perhaps it's seeing a current challenge as an opportunity for growth. Whatever it is, commit to it. Write it down, reflect on it, and take action. Because the true power of Stoicism lies not in understanding it, but in living it. It's in the small daily choices that we transform our lives. And as you take these steps, remember that you're not alone. You're part of a tradition that has guided countless others through the highs and lows of life. The journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Stoicism doesn't promise a life without struggles, but it does promise the tools to face them with courage, wisdom, and strength. It's a reminder that no matter how dark the storm, you have the power to find your way through it. So start today, take that first step, no matter how small, and know that each step brings you closer to the person you want to become. Life is full of challenges, but it's also full of opportunities. And Stoicism is here to help you see them, to embrace them, and to grow from them. Because in the end, it's not about avoiding the storm, it's about learning how to dance in the rain. You have the power to change your life. The tools are already within you. All it takes is the decision to use them. So, what will you choose? Today, will you let the world dictate your path, or will you take control and choose your own? The choice is yours, and that choice, as simple as it may seem, has the power to transform everything. Remember, you are stronger than you think, wiser than you believe, and more resilient than you realize. And Stoicism is here to remind you of that every step of the way. So, let's begin this journey together. Let's embrace the challenges, seize the opportunities, and create a life of meaning and purpose. You have everything you need to start. The rest is up to you.